personal data about me. Asal dari mana, hobbiesnya, blah, 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 blah. Okay, Jaka, ask me a question.
Okay, Mr. How old are you?
I am 55 years young. How old are you, Jaka?
13.
15, all right.
13, sorry, 13.
Okay, a bit younger. Okay, good, thank you for that question. Ragib, ask me a question.
Where do you live, Mr.?
Where do I live? I live in a small house in West Jakarta, in Kemangisan, Sleepy. Where do you live, Ragib?
Cibubur.
Cibubur, yes. Pak Iman tells me that the weather today is quite nice, not raining too hard. Okay, good. Abraham Andito, question please.
Where are you from?
Good question. There are two ways to ask this question. Like, Andito, where are you from? Or where do you come from? I wonder, Andito, can you tell from my accent, where do I come from? Am I American, English, Australian?
Australian, maybe.
No, you're listening to the Queen's English, my friend. I'm from England, specifically from London. Andito, do you like soccer? Do you like football?
Not really.
Not really. Okay, well, anybody who's interested in football, I come from Southwest London. My kampung is Chelsea. Now, let's have one of the girls. Alia, Hasya, good morning. Ask me a question, Alia.
What is your favorite food?
My favorite Indonesian food is rendang, of course. I like anything with peanut sauce. Satay, gado, that kind of stuff. How about you, Alia? What's your favorite food?
Rendang too.
You like rendang as well? Be careful, yes, of all the cholesterol from the santan, yeah? All right, thanks for your question, Alia. Siapa lagi? Nataya, Shireen. Farrell, question. Adina, ask me a question, otherwise we'll have to start studying.
What's your favorite movie?
Oh gosh, I'm not a big movie person. I prefer reading. I do like the Avenger movies. They're quite fun. Do you have a favorite movie?
Yeah, we're same.
Yeah, they're very popular. I thought maybe you might like things like Frozen or Cinderella. Suka juga sih. All right. I'm going to start the lesson now. So if anybody's got any more questions, ask now. All right. Mr. Imam texted me yesterday and asked me to teach you about comparatives and superlatives. There's a very bad echo. I hope you can all hear me clearly. So look, I'm going to share screen. You're grade 8, right? Here we are. Ta-da! All right, grade 8. Now, there are several aspects to comparing things, okay? If you want to point out similarities to say how things are the same, we use the construction as. So Jakarta and Bangkok, Ibu Kota, Thailand, are very similar. So I would say Jakarta is as big as Bangkok. It means they are the same or nearly the same. As plus adjective plus as big as. If you want to show how things are different, Jakarta is bigger than Bangkok. This is when you compare two things. And finally, if you're comparing two or more, you might use the superlative. Medan, Surabaya, Jakarta. Jakarta is the biggest of these three cities. So we'll just go through this step by step. We'll start off with a nice little reading here. I'm sure you all like animals. Now, this is a little bit blurred. Let me zoom in a bit. Hey, what's happened here? I pushed the wrong button. Oh, now I've turned it upside down. What am I doing? I meant to enlarge it. There we are. I hope you can see this. Okay, let me read and then we'll do some work in a moment. Some animals can look like other animals or even a plant. These copycats are trying to hide from or trick a hungry predator. Okay, so predator, in this case, cheetah, the prey is the food, the antelope. They can look like another more dangerous animal or like another animal the predator doesn't like to eat. For example, this colorful frog has stripes on its skin. The bright colors tell hungry predators that the frog is poisonous. Don't eat me. All right. Now, these butterflies are not the same species, but they resemble each other. They look like each other. The top one tastes really bad. The other one copies its shape and colors and tastes bad too. And then finally here, this insect is as green as a leaf. This is the structure I want to focus on. It imitates the characteristics and color and shape of leaves so that it helps to hide it from predators. Okay. Now, on the right-hand side of this page, guys, this is very simple. I want you one by one to try and make sentences showing how things are similar. Look at the example. The katydid is as green as the leaf it sits on. The butterfly is that butterfly is not as pretty as the blue one. Poison dart frogs are as dangerous as some snakes. Okay, I'm just going to call your names as I see them from the top of the screen. Andito, Abraham, make a sentence from number 1. Okay, maybe anybody can tell me. Anybody? Some insects are as thin as sticks. Okay. Alia, Hasya, number 2.
A polar bear is as white as snow.
Good girl. Yes, nice. So notice in number 1, insects are, but number 2, a polar bear is, singular. Jaka, number 3.
King snakes are as not dangerous as coral snake.
Wrong word order. King snakes are not as dangerous as coral snakes. They look almost the same, but one is poisonous, one is not. Good, thanks. King snakes are not as dangerous as coral snakes. Nofal, Ardhana, number 4. No response. Hasmik, number 4. A bee sting.
A bee sting as
bad as
a wasp Bee.
Right. So you can see here in the picture, bee, collecting the nectar to make honey. Wasp, they're a little bit longer, but a bee sting is as bad as a wasp sting. Number 5, Nataya Shirin, are you talking this morning? No, mogok. Fardan, number 5. Fardan?
A lion
Is a lion is Fardan, it's better to say something and be wrong than say nothing.
a lion is not loud as a howler monkey.
Not as loud as. Okay, a lion is not as loud as a howler monkey. Howler monkey can be heard from several kilometers away. Okay. Now later, if there's time, we can do this comparing these cities, but we'll come back to that in a moment. Comparative. So as big as fast as poisonous as means hampir sama. But here, this is when we want to show how things are different. Look at the rules, guys, and then I'll give you an exercise. We add est to one syllable adjectives. One syllable means satu suku kata. So for example, cold, one syllable. Colder, coldest. If a one or two syllable adjective ends in Y, change the Y to an I and then add est. So look at the example. Sunny, that's two syllables, dua suku kata, sunny. Ending in Y, sunnier, sunniest. So don't use more or most. Some people say, oh, Surabaya is more sunnier than Jakarta. Salah, sunnier. If adjectives end in E, you add st, so large, larger, largest. Satu suku kata, one syllable adjective, ends in vocal consonant, you double the consonant. Look at the example, guys. Wet, E, vocal, T, consonant. So wetter, wettest. You put double T, double wettest, double T. Couple more rules here. For most adjectives, adjectives, of course, kata sifat, yeah, that have two syllables or more, add most or more. So expensive, that's three syllable. Expensive, jadi more expensive and most expensive. And then, of course, some adjectives are irregular. It's not bad, badder, baddest. It's bad, worst, worst. Good, gooder, goodest. No, 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 no. Good, better, best. All right. Now, some of you haven't turned on your cameras. That's okay. But make sure you turn on your brain, okay? I need you to be active here. All right. Ragib, look at number 1.
Oh. Largest.
Very good. Read the whole sentence, Ragib, for practice.
Greenland is the largest island in the world.
Okay, good. Now, island, the S is silent. Island. Good. This is superlative. It is the largest. So notice when you have superlative, biggest, fastest, largest, always pakai the. Okay, good. Agas, Tia, number 2.
Fastest.
Read the whole sentence.
Traveling by plane is fastest than traveling by train.
Now, I'm glad you said that, Agus. Good man. But listen, here we are comparing two things, aeroplane and train. So traveling by plane is faster than. Okay. In number one, this is all islands, semua pulau di dunia. So the largest. But here, only two things. So faster than. Okay, well done. Andito, number 3.
Boracay Island in the Philippines has the best beaches I have ever seen.
Good, well done. The best beaches. Boracay. It's the Philippine equivalent of Bali, I guess. Now then, Noval, Ardana, are you talking today?
Yes.
Good. Number 4.
Jamaica is sunnier than Norway.
Good. Well done. Not more, is sunnier. Thank you, Noval. Well done. Mohammed Giron. Number 5, Fiordland.
Fiordland is New Zealand. Is wettest place in the world.
Good. Don't forget the wettest place in the world. Okay, Noval, thank you. Alia Hasya. Number 6.
Rain in season is higher than the rest of the year.
Good. Yes, thank you. Rain in the wet season is heavier than during the rest of the year. Heavier, H-E-A-V-I-E-R. Words ending in Y, jadi I-E-R, tidak pakai more or most. All right, good. Let me see, Askia. Askia, number 7.
Easter Island is the most interesting island I've ever visited.
Very good. You have excellent pronunciation. Nice. The most interesting. That was very good because interesting. 4 syllables, 4 suku kata, the most interesting. All right, Askia, well done. Let me have Raya Safia. Number 8.
A holiday in Thailand is more exciting than a holiday in Spain.
Very good. More exciting than. Hasmik, number 9. Hasmik.
Santa Cruz is the second
largest
island in the Galapagos.
Okay, I'm sure you all know the Galapagos. These are the group of islands off the coast of Chile. Okay, thank you. That was excellent. Farrell. Atala. Farrell, number 10.
The Galapagos are one of the most expensive places in the world to visit.
Well done, very good. Okay, so now I want to give you, we've got 5 more minutes, a little bit of freer practice. You can make your own sentences. Now, these are some capital cities. Cairo is the capital of Egypt, Mesir. Beijing, we know, capital of China. London, my hometown, the capital of England. Canberra, the capital of Australia. Jakarta, nggak tahu deh, Jakarta di mana ya? Okay, you know, I was teaching TK a couple of days ago, and one of the girls asked me where I came from. I said, from England, and I asked, does anybody know the capital of England? They didn't know. So I said, Ibu kota Inggris is London. So then I asked, they're Tekat, remember, 5 years old. I said, does anybody know the Ibu kota of Indonesia? And this little girl said, saya Pak, Ibu Kartini. Ibu Kartini is not the capital city. So sweet. All right, now listen, everybody. I want you, this is Bebas, to make some sentences comparing the cities. Now, Cairo was in existence 4,200 years ago. The population, 21 million. Average temperature, the rata-rata, 24 degrees. And the size, the area. So I'll give you a couple of examples. Cairo is the oldest city. Cairo or Beijing is older than London. So you can choose to make superlative. Cairo is the oldest city. Beijing is older than London, if you compare two things. Now, the adjective for population is populated. Now, we all saw earlier, most expensive, most exciting. The opposite is least, L-E-A-S-T. So Canberra is the least populated. The adjective here is populated, the least populated. Jakarta is more populated than London. Temperature, of course, you will use cold or hot, and area, bigger or smaller. Okay, so let me see. Siapa berani? Who can make me a sentence? Alia, you've been very good so far. Can you make a sentence? Everybody else, think of your own sentence. Hasmik wants to answer. Hasmik has raised hand. Good boy. Hasmik.
Jakarta is the hottest city.
Good.
Then London.
No, now listen. That's very good. But Jakarta is the hottest. The hottest city. The hottest means number one. If you want to compare, Jakarta is hotter than London. Okay, very good, well done. I can't see who has raised their hand. Jaka has raised his hand. Jaka.
All right. Beijing is the biggest city.
It is 16,000 square kilometers, Gila. Okay, nice one. Okay. Hey, mind you, Jakarta, this does not include, what is it, Jabodetabek. It doesn't include Depok, Tangerang, because if it did, Jakarta would be enormous. Okay, who else raised their hand? Someone else make me a sentence. Anybody? Which is the most populated city? Giron.
Jakarta is bigger than Cairo.
Jakarta is bigger than Cairo. Yes, in terms of size, absolutely right. Good. Anybody else? We're running out of time. It's in your interest to practice. Imam Hidayat.
That's me.
Oh, that is you.
I'm raising the hand just to say that the time is almost over.
Aduh. Okay, interestingly, Canberra is the newest city. It's only 107 years old. Now, as you know, Mr. Jokowi plans to move the capital of Jakarta to somewhere in Kalimantan. Then that will be the newest city, won't it? Okay. I shall stop sharing there. Well, some of you joined a bit late. I do hope that next time I have the chance to teach you, you all join on time. And just remember, if you want to become good at English, don't be afraid of making mistake. Mistakes are opportunities to learn. If you make a mistake, I can correct you, and then hopefully you can learn and get better. So thank you, everybody.
Okay.
Well done. And I look forward to seeing you again soon.
I do agree with you, Mr. Justin.
About being brave,
About
yeah?
being brave, not being malu-malu. Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes we will be, we will make ourselves malu-malu, and it's no problem. Okay.
Absolutely. No one's laughing. It's good. Mistakes are good. They are opportunities to learn.
Okay, Mr. Justin, thank you for this time, and thank you for 8.3. But before we leave the Zoom, I want you to, okay, everybody, make sure that your camera is on, because I'm going to take the pictures of you. So, okay, everybody, turn the camera on, please. We have, where is Giron? Where is Giron Farel? And where is Raya Safia? Show yourself, please. Our friends from 8.1 are waiting here. So let's make it a little bit quick.
Let's have a nice photograph, everybody together.
Yeah.
Jacka,
Okay.
you haven't combed your hair, Jacka.
I want your face, your full face, okay, your full face, and also your smile. Okay.
Jacka, get a haircut.
Face. Okay, Shaferi Zaputra, and also what else happened? Ragib, come on. Show yourself, please. Just make it full. Yang penuh dulu, full, okay, full face. Come on. Askia, Agas, ready? Just like your home teacher, Mr. Evans, she smiles, he always smiles. Okay, everybody, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to take 2 pictures here. There's the first one, and here we go to the second one. 1, 2, 3, go. And let's see, it's going to be the last. So there are, Thank you so much for 8.3 years. Thank you for joining this class. I hope you enjoy this, and have a good day.
All right.
Say
bye-bye,
thank you to
guys.
Mr. Justin.
Thank you, Mr. Justin.
Sama-sama, thank you. Same. Bye-bye, Pak Irfan.
Pak Irfan.
Yeah, Mr. Justin, thank you
Terima
very
kasih.
much.
You're welcome.
We have a little break, Mr. Justin, for about 1 second, 2 seconds.
Thank you, Mr. Imam.
Thank you, Mr. Irfan. And our friends are waiting in the waiting
Thank
room.
you, Mr. Amir.
Hello, Mr. Irfan.
Okay,
Yes.
Mr. Amir.
I'm live ya.
Okay, Pak.
Okay, silakan, Pak Irfan. Thank you. So we're going to have the next class, that is 8.1, and we already have 8 students who are waiting in the waiting room. Let's admit all. Yang sudah masuk, silakan nyalakan kameranya. Please, everybody who have come into the Zoom, just turn your camera on so we can see your face. You're beautiful, you're handsome. Okay. What is your bright smile?
Hi, Nadila. Thank you for turning on your camera. Turn on your cameras and turn on your brain.
Okay,
Good morning,
everybody.
Fakir,
Hi.
Kesha. Atala, hello, good morning.
Hello.
Henny, no camera working this morning. Hi, Henny. Anissa, good morning. All right.
Oh, such wonderful students. They are on time.
Well, these ones are. Where is everybody else?
We're still waiting for the others.
Who's the home teacher for this class?
Miss Henny Risna. She's the
Right.
homeroom teacher.
Oh, you're the teacher, Henny. I thought
Yes.
you were a student. Good morning, Henny. I thought you were one of the students. You look so young.
Oh, just like me. Oh my God.
No, Imam, I thought you were one of the grandparents. Okay, well, so we've only got 4 students. Where is everybody, Henny? Mashallah.
81. Everybody, please get in. 81. 8.1, please get in.
Saya sering dengarnya aja, lancar banget saya Inggrisnya.
Okay, listen, while we wait for the other students, this is the first time we've met. Why don't
That's
you
right.
ask me a question or two to find out something about me. Now you can see my name. What is your name, Mr. Justin? My name is Mr. Justin. Nadila, ask me a question.
Sure. Everybody, please just be brave. Don't be ashamed. Don't be shy to ask anything. Okay? Just talk to Mr. Justin.
Okay. Mr. Justin, hello. Where are you born?
Where were you born?
Sorry, I'm nervous.
I was born in hospital. Where were you born? The normal question, I think, Nadila, is where do you come from? Yeah. So where were you born? I was born in London, in England. So I'm from England. I'm from London. Thank you. Nadila, where do you come from? Are you from Jakarta?
No.
Where do you come from? I know Indonesia, but which part are you? What's your ethnic? Is it Sunda, Jawa?
Yes, Jawa.
Sorry, say that again.
Yes, Jawa.
East Java. Okay, good. Well, thank you, Nadila. Now, Keisha, ask me a question. Me?
I don't know. I don't have any questions.
Yes, you do. Let me ask you a question, Keisha. What are your hobbies?
Playing my phone.
Playing with my phone. Okay. Doing social media or playing games?
I don't know. Depends on my mood.
Depends on your mood. Now, Keisha, ask me the same question. Mr. Justin.
Mr. Justin, what is your hobby?
Now, that's interesting. If you have one hobby, what is your hobby? More than one, what are your hobbies? My hobbies are hiking, reading, and cooking. I do not play games on my handphone. I don't like social media. I don't have Twitter. I don't have Instagram. I don't have anything. I don't have any friends since lockdown, since COVID. All right, Keisha, thank you. Siapa ya? We've got more teachers than students. You've got Imam, Justin, Henny, and Emir. And Gerald, turn on your camera. Turn on your brain. Naufal, come on, turn on. Now, Naufal, good morning. Ask me a question. What is your favorite? Naufal, can you ask me a question? I guess not. Okay, look, I can't wait for everybody to join. Let's start the lesson. This morning, we're going to talk about comparing things. Okay? If you want to show how things are similar or the same, we use as. So Bangkok and Jakarta, hampir sama. Jakarta is as big as Bangkok. Now, Jakarta is bigger than Jogja. You're showing how things are different. We use the than, bigger than construction. So let me just give you, hang on a second, I'll share screen with you here. All right, I hope this is right. You're grade 8, right? Yes. Now let me zoom here, make this a little bit larger so you can hopefully see it. Okay, look at the cheetah. Cheetah is predator. The antelope is the prey, the food. So let me just read this, and then in a moment, I want you to make some sentences. Some animals can look like other animals or even like a plant. These copycats are trying to hide from or trick a hungry predator. They can look like another more dangerous animal or like another animal the predator doesn't want to eat. The cheetah's black spots act as camouflage. They hide the predator. This way, the cheetah doesn't frighten its prey when it's time to hunt. Now, this colorful frog has stripes on its skin. The bright colors tell hungry predators that the frog is poisonous. Don't eat me, I'm poisonous. These butterflies are not the same species. They resemble each other. They look like each other, but they're different. The top one tastes bad. The other one copies its shape and colors and tastes bad too. And then finally, you can see this insect is as green as a leaf. As green as. You're showing how they are similar or the same. It imitates, it copies the characteristics and color and shape of leaves to help hide it from predators. Okay, so have a look on the right-hand side. Look at the grammar at the top. This is the structure I want to focus on to show how things are the same. That Katie did is as green as the leaf it sits on. The Katie did is green, the leaf is green. They're the same, as green as. The butterfly is not as pretty as the blue one. Now notice here, Katie did satu, jadi is. That butterfly, satu, is. Poison dart frogs, plural, are as dangerous as some snakes. Okay, so let's see if we can make some sentences here using the as construction. Okay, at the top of my screen, I can see atala. Atala. Can you make a sentence in number 1? Some insects are.
Some insects sticks. Some insects sticks. Sitten.
No. Some insects are as.
Oh. Some insects are thin.
As thin as.
Some insects are thin as sticks.
Okay, Atala, good. Well done for having a go. As thin as sticks. Some insects are as thin as sticks. Okay, Fatir, number 2. Ervino, number 2. A polar bear.
Polar bear.
Ervino, a polar bear is?
Polar bear is snow.
As white as.
As white as
snow. Okay, Ervino, thank you. So the polar bear is white, the snow is white. They're the same. A polar bear is as white as snow. Okay, Nadila, I can see your hand on your mute button. Nadila, number 3.
King snakes are not dangerous as coral snakes.
Good, well done. You got the correct word order as well. King snakes are not as dangerous. Razia, keep your microphone on mute. It's very noisy. Are not as dangerous as coral snakes.
King snakes as coral snakes.
Okay, Razia, turn off your microphone. It's very, very noisy. Thank you.
Hello.
Razia, please mute because it's very noisy in your house.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, thank you, Ratzia, but very noisy where you are. You should study in your bedroom where it's nice and quiet. King snakes are not as dangerous as coral snakes. Okay. Oh, sorry, Keisha. Keisha. Number 4.
Number 4.
A bee sting.
Oh, a bee sting is not bad as wasp sting.
Not as bad as.
Oh, not as bad as wasp sting.
Okay, good. Thank you. Now let's have one of the girls. Salsa. The last one, number 5. Salsa, Nafia. Anybody? Okay. A lion is not as loud as a howler monkey. Howler monkeys are the loudest animal in the animal kingdom. Their voices can be heard from several kilometers away. A lion is not as loud as a howler monkey. Okay, now I'm going to give you some additional rules. The as construction is to show how things are the same. Indian food is as spicy as Indonesian food. Dua-duanya sama, pedas, as spicy as. Now, let me go down here. We'll come back to this in a moment, this particular page. Let's go now to some of the rules here, guys. Let me talk you through the rules and then I'll give you an exercise. When you compare, you're showing the differences. As big as is to show it's the same or similar, but to show that things are different. First of all, add est to one syllable. Syllable is suku kata. Okay, so cold, itu satu suku kata kan, cold, one syllable. Colder, coldest. All right. If one or two syllable adjective is kata sifat, ends in y, change the y to I, and again add est. So sa, ni, two suku kata, two syllable. The y change to I, and then add est. Sunny, sunnier, sunniest. Busy, busier, busiest. If an adjective ends in e, just add st. Large, larger, largest. One suku kata that ends in vowel, vowel itu vokal plus consonant, make double letter. So look, wet. E is a vokal, T consonant. So wetter, double T, wettest, double T. For most adjectives that have two suku kata or more, we put most. So expensive, 3 syllables. More expensive, most expensive. And of course, don't forget irregular. It's not bad, badder, baddest. It's bad, worse, worst. Good, gooder, goodest. No, good, better, best. Now, the more expensive, if there's two things. Jakarta is more expensive than Jogja. But if there's 3 things, Jakarta, Jogja, and Malang, Jakarta is the most expensive. So more if it's 2, most if it's 3 or more. Right, now let's do this quick exercise and then hopefully we'll have time for a bit of freer practice. Now I've gone back to the top of my screen. Nadila, you've done very good so far. Number 1, Nadila.
Greenland is the largest island in the world.
Very nice, good, well done. Greenland is the largest because all the islands, more than 2. Atala, number 2, traveling.
Traveling by plane is faster than traveling by train.
Good man, well done. So there's only two things here. You can't say plane is the fastest because we're comparing two things, plane and train. Is faster than. Tidak pakai more because fast, one syllable. Well done, Akila, that's excellent. Ervino. Number 3, Boracay Island.
Boracay Island in the Philippines has better beaches I have ever seen.
Ah, yes, but I have ever seen the best. It has the best beaches because you're comparing all the beaches you have ever seen. All right, good, well done. Jeril.
Yes.
Number 4.
Jamaica is more sunny. Jamaica is
Yes, sunnier.
Jamaica is sunnier than Norway.
Gerald, that's really good because you corrected yourself. You said Jamaica is more, and then no, tidak pakai more because sunny ending in Y, Jamaica is sunnier than Norway. Gerald, very good, thank you. Razia, number 5, Fjordland.
Fjordland in New Zealand is more wet place in the world.
Well done, Razia. Kecuali, except here, this is superlative. It is the wettest, the paling wettest in the world, the wettest. Okay, good, well done. Keshar, number 6.
Rain in the wet season.
Yep.
Rain in the wet season is more heavier than during the rest of the year.
Good. You also corrected yourself. Heavy, 2 syllables ending in Y, tidak pakai more, is heavier than during the rest of the year. Okay, this is good. Now then, salsa, number 7.
Easter Island is more interesting. The most interesting.
Right, good. Because I have ever visited, now you've been to many islands. You've been to Java, you've been to Bali, you've maybe been to Lombok, I don't know, or Sumatra. Easter Island. Now, salsa, it's written Island, but the S is silent. It's Easter Island. Bali Island is the most interesting island. Well done. Nafia, number 8.
A holiday in Thailand is more exciting than a holiday in Spain.
Excellent. Well done. More exciting than. Exciting. 3 syllables, so we use more. Is this Lana or Iana? Number 9.
Lana.
Lana, number 9. Hayo.
Yes.
Santa Cruz. Lana.
Santa Cruz is the second largest island in the
Galapagos. All right, very good, well done. The second. So we always use the second, the third, the fourth, plus superlative. Last one, Nadila.
The Galapagos are one of the most expensive places in the world to visit.
Right, excellent, very good, all of you. Now then, I want to see if we've just got time to do a bit of free practice. Look at this. This is data that I searched on the internet yesterday. Here are 5 capital cities. Cairo is the capital of Egypt, Mesir, Beijing, London, of course, capital of England. Canberra, the capital of Australia. Jakarta. Ya, enggak tahu deh Jakarta di mana sih. All right. I think we all know Jakarta, of course. Now, here are 4 categories: age, population, temperature, and size. So for age, you must say older or newer. The adjective for population is populated. Okay. Temperature, you would use hot or cold. Size, big or small. Let me give you an example. Now, the opposite of most is least, L-E-A-S-T. Canberra is the least populated. Of all these cities, Canberra is the least populated. London is less populated than Jakarta, or Jakarta is more populated than London. Cairo is the oldest city. Beijing is older than London. All right. Now, this is very important. If you try, don't be afraid of making mistakes. Mistakes are good. They are opportunities to learn. Anybody who can make me a sentence comparing these cities? Ayo, siapa berani? Who's brave? Who's going to have a go?
What is the question again?
That's up to you, bebas. You can just, I want you to compare these cities.
Oh.
For example, Jakarta is the hottest city. Canberra is cooler than Beijing. Okay, Kesha, make a sentence for me.
London City is more colder than Jakarta City.
Thank you. Cold, one syllable, tidak pakai more, yes? London is the coldest or colder than Canberra. Don't say more cold or more coldest, because cold, one. Kesha, that's excellent, good. Salsa, make me a sentence.
Cairo is more populated than London.
Excellent. Very good, Salsa. I suspect your English is pretty good. Jakarta is more populated than London. Razia? If you have a sentence, Razia, say it quickly. Ervino?
Yes.
What's the biggest city?
Beijing.
Make a sentence. Beijing.
Beijing is big more than Canberra.
Okay, if you want to compare 2 cities, Beijing is bigger than Canberra. Kalau cuma 2, Beijing is bigger than Canberra. If you want to say paling, Beijing is the biggest city. That's comparing all 5. It's bigger than Cairo, bigger than London, bigger than Canberra, bigger than Jakarta. Okay, Ervino, excellent, well done. Atala.
Beijing is the most populated city.
Good, except no. Cairo, 21 million. So Cairo is the most populated. Atala, that's very good. Obviously, you were listening because population, kata benda, the adjective populated. Okay, well done, everybody. So just remember, 1 suku kata, tidak pakai more. London is colder than Canberra. London is the coldest city. If it's 3 syllables, populated, that's 4 syllables. Cairo is the most populated. Jakarta is more populated than London. And just a very quick reminder, if you want to say not how things are different, how they are the same as. Jakarta is as big as Bangkok, meaning similar or the same. All right. I think, guys, our time this morning is coming to an end. Does anybody have any questions about what we've studied this morning? Okay, well, Keisha, Razia, all of you, in fact, that was excellent. Very well done. Remember, please, please, please remember, like Mr. Imam said earlier, if you want to learn a language, you must be brave. You mustn't be afraid of making mistakes. Mistakes are good. They are opportunities to learn, okay? So well done. Stay safe, guys, and I look forward to seeing you again, I don't know, soon.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Justin.
My pleasure. Well done, everybody.
For giving lessons to the 8.1 students, and it seems that it's be a good time to have lessons directly from you. Okay, students, before we leave the Zoom, please make sure that you turn your camera on so I can take the pictures of you.
Oh, photo. Cameras on, everybody.
Yes. Come on. You can turn the camera on and, okay. Make your pose like this one, just so I can see your full face. Okay. Okay, one. Nafla.
Vino, you need a haircut, Vino. You look like a girl.
Okay, are you ready? Okay, Salsa, move up, please. Your head, please. I cannot see your face. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and here we go. Okay, thank you so much. Okay.
My pleasure. Thank you, guys. Well done.
Say thank you to Mr. Justin, students.
Thank you, Mr. Justin.
Thank you, Mr. Justin.
You do get well done, everybody. Thanks,
I
Razia.
hope you enjoy. Okay, I hope you enjoy this lesson.
Bye, Keisha. Well done. Atala, well done. Well done, Nadila. Everybody, well done. See you soon.
Okay, you may leave now. We're going to have the next class, that is 8.4.
Now, I think I've met these before. I think I met them.
Really?
Yeah.
So you know them well, maybe.
I met them once.
Okay, at 8.1, you may leave now. You may go to you may continue. Oh, that's okay.
Pak.
Dadah.
Razia, how can you study with that noise?
We still have Mr. Emir here. Mr. Emir.
Hello.
And hello. Are you still with me? Are you still with us?
Emir.
Yes. Mr. Justin.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me for the lack of students this time around. I'm not sure what's going on, but when I actually tried logging in this morning, Zoom was actually having some sort of problem. So it's probably technical. Not quite sure.
Okay, I was surprised at how few students there were.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I understand sometimes there are, as you say, technical problems.
Zoom is pretty famous for having technical problems.
Is it? I've not had any problem myself. Maybe just lucky. All right. Oh, look, here's somebody here already. Vania.
No, but Vania is from 8.1. He missed the class actually. He should be in 8.1. We're going now waiting for, we're waiting for the 8.4.
Oh, 8.4. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's the class.
She's just joined as the class finishes.
and now we have.
Oh, I hope the next half hour goes quickly. My wife has just made my breakfast. 8.4. Emir, your English is very good. Are you an English teacher as well?
Not exactly, but I did study abroad for a while.
Ah, that explains it. Where did you study? Australia, America?
Japan, actually.
Oh, Japan. So you speak Bahasa Japan as well?
A bit. Enough to get by from, day-to-day basis.
Yeah. Okay, good.
He was my student. He was my student.
Yes.
Really? Golly.
I was a student here in the elementary and the junior high.
I'm very proud of him. He's kind, he's humble. Really?
Syifa Budi have a SMA as well?
Not yet, I think.
Not yet, okay. One of my students dropped out from his English course. His mother said he's going to study Bahasa Cina because Mandarin is going to become the global language. I said, look, I'm happy he's studying Chinese. There is no way Mandarin will become the global language. It's too difficult.
And even then, why not both, right?
Japanese as well, I imagine, with the... I mean, ABCD, the Roman alphabet, is the simplest writing system that's ever been devised.
I will agree, yes.
Right, come on, you. 81. Hey,
884. Okay, we are waiting for 84. Okay, one is coming. Daryl.
Good morning, Daryl. How are you?
I'm fine here.
Shakira.
Oh, Shakira, the singer. Faradita.
Yeah, coming one by one.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost 10 minutes into the lesson, and I've only got 2 students. Crazy, yeah? Faradita Novalia. Shakira.
You will have 5 or 10 extra time. Faradita, Shakira.
Shakira, good morning. Hello.
Oke, yang sudah masuk silakan nyalakan kameranya. Please turn your camera on.
Good morning.
If you are here, just directly turn the camera on so we can see your face.
Daryl, have I taught you before? I think this is our second meeting, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know how that happened, but last time when I was doing the grade 9, there was one grade 8 class. Yeah, so this is our second meeting.
I shall. Please, everybody, turn your camera on.
Shakira, have you had your breakfast this morning?
Yes.
What did you have for breakfast? Shakira, what did you have for breakfast?
I have breakfast bread.
Bread for breakfast. In England, we consider breakfast to be the most important meal of the day. We have a very big breakfast, a small lunch, and then a big evening meal. So for my breakfast, I haven't had breakfast today. I'm starving. Green Fun, Faisal, Helen, come on everybody. Morning, Fadil. Imam, do you think I should just begin?
Let's just start because it is 10 past 9.
Yeah. Okay, everybody, this morning we are going to look at ways of comparing things, okay? If you want to show how things are the same or similar, use the as construction. Imam, if you don't mind, I'm going to mute you because it's quite noisy, the background where you are. Thank you. So, for example, Jakarta and Bangkok are very similar. The traffic in Jakarta is as bad as Bangkok because the same, as bad as. If you want to compare two things and show how they are different, we use the than construction. Jakarta is bigger than Jogja. And finally, if you want to compare 3 or more things, we use superlative. Jakarta is the biggest city in Indonesia. All right, so let's have a look at some stuff here that I have to share with you. All right, so grade 8, class 4, pay attention. Now I will zoom here a little bit so you can see this a bit more clearly. Look at the cheetah. The cheetah is the predator. The prey, the antelope here, is the food, predator and prey. Now let me read, you can follow, and then there's a little exercise for you to do. Some animals can look like other animals or even like a plant. These copycats are trying to hide from or trick a hungry predator. They can look like another more dangerous animal or look like another animal the predator doesn't want to eat. This cheetah's black spots act as camouflage. This way, the cheetah doesn't frighten its prey when it's time to hunt. Camouflage, it can hide in the grass. This colorful frog has stripes on its skin. The bright colors tell hungry predators that the frog is poisonous. Don't eat me. Now then, these butterflies are not the same species, but they resemble each other. They look like. The top one tastes bad. The other one copies its shape and colors and tastes bad too. And finally, this insect is as green as a leaf. It imitates, it copies the characteristics of color and shape of leaves to help it hide from predators. All right. So would you have a look on the right-hand side at the yellow box here? Everybody, just look at the yellow box. All right. This is how to show things are the same or similar. The katydid is as green as the leaf it sits on. Now, katydid, this is singular, cuma satu, is as green as the leaf. The leaf is green, the katydid is green, sama. That butterfly is not as pretty as the blue one. And finally, poison dart frogs, frogs plural, are as dangerous as some snakes. So the snakes are dangerous, they're poisonous. The frogs are the same, dangerous or poisonous, as dangerous as. All right, now, I want you to make me, hey, anybody going to turn on their camera? I feel like I'm talking to a brick wall here. Come on, guys, turn on your cameras. Let me see your lovely faces. I'll do number 1 as an example. Some insects are as thin as sticks. So the stick is very thin. The insects are the same. Faisal, number 2, make me a sentence showing how polar bears are the same as snow.
Polar bears are as white as snow.
Good. Is as white as snow.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Faisal. Excellent. Good. Helen, number 3. Helen? Hello? Okay. Nikki.
Yeah, next semuanya, everybody please turn the camera on so we can see your face. So we are talking to you, right? We are not talking to screen.
Nikki, respond. Hello.
Students, are you there?
Very passive this morning. Daryl, make me a sentence. Number 3. Daryl. Azhar, good morning. Hi, thank you. Daryl, king snakes?
King snake are not dangerous as collar snakes.
Very good, nearly. King snakes are not as dangerous as
okay.
coral snakes. Okay, thank you, Daryl. Good. King snakes, plural, snakes are not as dangerous as coral snakes. They look the same, but one of them is poisonous, one is not. All right, Azhar, number 4. Azhar, number 4.
Sting was
A bee sting, number 4.
Oh. A bee sting is worse than
Now, Azhar, that's very good, but you're clearly not paying attention. We're showing how things, not different, but the same. A bee sting is as bad as. It's the same. They're very painful. So, as bad as. Okay, Azhar, thank you. Raka. Raka, number 5.
A lion not loud as a howler monkey.
Nearly, but you forgot the first as. A lion is not as loud as a howler monkey. Raka, repeat.
A lion
is not
loud as a howler monkey.
You've done it again. You forgot the first as. A lion is not as loud as. Okay. Jogja is not as big as Jakarta. All right. So that is to show how things are similar. Indian food is as spicy as Indonesian food. Dua-duanya sama pedas, as spicy as. Okay. Now, I'm going to give you a few rules, and then I want you to try and answer the questions. Very quickly, okay? We add or est to one syllable adjectives. One syllable, syllable is suku kata. So look at the example here. Cold, one syllable, cold. Colder, coldest. Don't say things like England is more colder than Jakarta, Indonesia, salah, colder, because one suku kata, cold, we don't use more or most. If one or two syllable adjective end in Y, the Y changes to I, and again, we use or ust. So look at the chonto. Sunny, sunnier, sunniest. Don't ever say more sunny or more sunnier. Sunny, sunnier, sunniest. If the adjective ends in E, you just add or ust, R or ST. One suku kata, one syllable adjective, kata sifat, ends in a vowel, vocal, plus consonant, you make double T. So look, wet, E, vowel, T, consonant, so double T. For most adjectives that have two syllable, two suku kata or more, we don't add est, we just put more or most. Expensive, more expensive, most expensive. So Jakarta is more expensive than Jogja. More expensive than, because I'm comparing two things. If we compare Jakarta, Jogja, and Malang, Jakarta is the most expensive. The most because more than two. And finally, don't forget, there are some irregular adjectives. There's no bad, badder, baddest, salah. Bad, worse, worst. Good, gooder, goodest. No, wrong. Good, better, best. Okay, now everybody. Here are some questions to practice comparing two things or comparing lots of things. Now, Nikki, number one, speak to me, Nikki.
Largest.
Read the whole sentence, Nikki. For practice, Nikki, read the whole sentence. Greenland.
Greenland is the largest island in the world.
You see, I'm glad you read the whole sentence. It's not Iceland, it's island. Pulau, the S is silent. Iceland is a country, I-C-E. So Bali Island, I-S-L-A-N-D, the S is silent. Nikki, thank you, well done. Azhar, number two.
Traveling by plane is faster than traveling by train.
Very good. Not more faster, because fast is one syllable. One suku kata is faster than. Good. Daryl, Boracay Island, number three.
Boracay Island in Philippines has the best beach I ever seen.
Beaches, plural.
Beaches.
Yes, good. Excellent. Very good. The best. Thank you, Daryl. Raka, number four, Jamaica.
Jamaica is sunnier than Norway.
Very good. Not more sunnier than, because only two syllables ending in Y. Is sunnier than Norway. Excellent. Faisal.
Fiordland in New Zealand is the wettest place in the world.
Very good. The wettest. Helen, you going to speak to me this morning? Helen, number six. No. Arya. Arya. No. Anisha. Number six.
Heavier.
Read the whole sentence, Ayan.
Rain in the wet season is heavier than during the rest of the year.
Thank you. Very good. Is heavier. I have to go back up to the top of my screen now. Not many students here today, actually. Faisal, number seven.
Number seven, Easter Island is the most interesting island I've ever seen. Visited, sorry.
Okay, Faisal, excellent, good. Azhar, number eight. Azhar.
A holiday in Thailand is more exciting than a holiday in Spain.
Good. Exciting. Three syllables, so more exciting than. Number nine, Daryl. Number nine. Yep.
Okay. Santa Cruz is the second. Santa Cruz is the second
largest.
Yeah, Santa Cruz is the second largest island in Galapagos.
All right, thank you, Daryl. Very good. And the last one, Raka.
The Galapagos are one of the most expensive places in the world to visit.
Okay, places, plural, places. Very good, Raka, thank you. So the Galapagos Islands were famous. It's where Charles Darwin went to study the islands off the coast of Chile. All right, now that's very controlled. Here, this is more free practice. Let's have a look what I have here. Now look, here are 5 capital cities. Cairo is the capital of Egypt, Mesir, Beijing, London, capital of England, Canberra, capital of Australia, Jakarta. Jakarta mana sih? Oh, capital of, what's that country? Indonesia. And we have 4 categories here: age, the population, temperature, and size. Now for age is a kata benda, it's a noun. The adjective would be old or new. The adjective for population is populated. For temperature, we could use cold and hot, and size, big or small. Now, I want you to make your own sentences. You can choose to compare two cities, or you can compare all of them together and use superlative. Let me give you two examples. Canberra is the least populated, only 500,000 people. So remember, the opposite of most is least. Canberra is the least populated. Jakarta is bigger than London. Jakarta, 6,400 square kilometers, London, 1,000. So Jakarta is bigger than. If you compare two things, some bigger than, if it's superlative, the least populated or the most or whatever. Okay, now don't let me have to call on you. I want to see if you can volunteer some sentences. Anybody who can make me a sentence.
Can I try?
Yes, please do.
Cairo is the oldest city.
Very good, Azhar. Cairo is the oldest city. If you're interested in knowing the oldest permanently inhabited city in the world, it is Damascus in Syria. Thanks, Azhar. Anybody else? Hafiz, make me a sentence. Okay, maybe I have to ask you a question. Daryl, which is the most populated city?
Beijing is the most populated city.
No, look at Cairo, 21 million.
Yeah. Cairo is the most populated city.
Okay, good. The most populated, Canberra, the least populated. Raka, make me a sentence. Make a sentence about comparing Jakarta with another city.
Jakarta is hotter than London.
Did you say hotter?
Hotter.
Hotter than London. Jakarta is hotter than London. Jakarta is the hottest. This is average temperature. In the summer, Cairo, sometimes 40, 42 degrees. But in the winter, Cairo gets quite cold, 10, 11 degrees. So the average temperature. Thank you, Raka. Excellent. Faradita, you've been very quiet this morning. Make me a sentence.
Huh?
Compare these cities.
Maaf, Mr. Justin, tapi nge-lag.
Okay, Farah, I didn't hear what you said, but I guess you're having a few connection problems. Anisha, Naya.
Canberra is younger than London.
Canberra is indeed. Actually, for city, I would say newer. This is a very new city rather than younger. So newer than London. In fact, it is the newest city built specifically for the Australian government. And of course, Jakarta, very soon, will not be the capital of Indonesia. They're moving the capital to somewhere in Kalimantan. So for the time being, Jakarta is the second youngest or newest city here. All right. Theo Julian, have you just joined? You're very late. Where have you been? What have you been doing?
Eating my breakfast.
You're not allowed to eat during class time. You wait till break time, you worm. Theo, make me a sentence.
London is younger than Beijing.
It is 1,000 years younger. The old name for London is Londinium. It was built by the Romans. Okay. Which is the hottest city? Oh, we've done that already, haven't we? Jakarta. And you can also remember, of course, say things like Beijing is the biggest, Jakarta is the second largest or the second biggest, 6,400 square kilometers. And it doesn't include Bekasi or Tangerang or Bogor. All right. Fala Mekah. Just joining. Lendra, how are you? Have you got...
Thank you.
Are you having problems with your internet today?
Yes, Mr.
You sound a bit laggy. Theo, you look very, very happy. What did you have for breakfast? 10 cups of coffee? What did you have for...
I don't know in English. I eat nasi bakar.
Oh, fried rice, I know. Nasi bakar. Grilled rice, fried... No, yeah, okay. I know what you mean, but I don't know how to say that in English either. Now listen, I hope that when we are scheduled to meet again, you're all a little bit more punctual, joining on time, because I'm going to take my break now. I haven't had breakfast. So it is good to see you. Well, not see you, because most of you won't turn on your cameras. Mr. Iman, do you want to take a photo?
Yes, of course, sir. That must, Mr. Justin.
It's a must.
Yes. So
English
everybody, please.
English in style. Okay, come on, guys.
Everybody, please, camera on, please.